second time I saw that black cat. I'm just sharing, sharing. My eye keeps watering. Ooh, I'm hungry. Who else is hungry? I'd like to know. Yvonne, I'm starving. How you doing, Peaches?
Lovely.
Oh my.
I don't have a quite till 2 of those. It'll probably knock me out.
Mm-hmm.
I'm getting myself some of them puppies.
Oh my God. Even with how you feel?
So if I have a bad day, I'm going home and I'm going to overdose on them.
Oh my God. I don't think you can overdose.
I want to overload them. I'll never wake up. I'll never wake up.
Oh. Hello, everyone. Yay, hippie tribe. Here, catch. Just kidding. Here, catch. I'm just kidding. No, I'm not. Sorry.
I didn't even flinch.
I know, jerksaurus. I am hungry. I need chippies. Wow, that really smoked up.
I forgot to sage at the shop.
What?
Sorry, I forgot to sage at the shop.
That's Friday, Nicole. Yvonne thought it was Friday too, tomorrow. She has her days mixed up.
It's in the air.
Tomorrow's Thursday, people. That's Friday. It's Friday. We do that. I have to get out of here. I gotta get out of here. And put that down and wait for Skype. Uh-oh. My Skype's not open. Why is my Skype not open? Okay, a little confused. Where's my Skype? Hey, what the shit? This isn't good. Why do I not have Skype? Where's the Skype at? I thought I downloaded it. Didn't I use this laptop? No, I didn't. I used the other one.
Yeah.
I gotta hurry up. Hurry. Hurry. Jeez. I literally thought it was this one. I have way too much electronics. Thank you, Kendra. Okay. My apps. Okay, why can I not find Skype? Okay, this is super weird. This is weird. I can't find it. Download Skype. I'm gonna have to hurry up and download this. This is so weird. My eye keeps watering. Hurry up, I only have 2 minutes, come on! Freak out. Yes, there it is. Clear that out, get rid of this. Move that down. Open. Oh, okay. Okay, so I'm on, right? Am I on? Okay, we're good. I freaked out for a minute. Yeah, I talked to Ashley Cowley on 7/23. How long ago was that? A week? Yeah, it was like a week and a day.
Week and a day.
19 minutes we talked. 19 minutes and 44 seconds. Loving the numbers. Oh my gosh, okay, so. Okay. Hi.
Hello, how are you?
Good. Does the camera look good?
All right. Let me see here. Let me bring you into the shot here, and I will tell you in just a second. Go ahead and load. There it is. I think you look good. We could use a little bit more light, I think.
I have
think
no
that would
more
be
light.
helpful,
That's
but
it.
I don't think it's necessary.
Yeah, I have no more light.
I think it can help. No, we're doing all natural. The natural light look. That sounds good to me. Are you ready for a rockin' show? Because that's really all that matters here.
Yep, I'm good.
All right. And how long before we bring in our first call?
No callers. I got the questions.
Woo, woo, woo. That makes it easy. All right. Let me push this button right here and away we go.
You're listening to A1R Psychic Radio, Earth's #1 psychic radio network, and watching Moonstruck TV, enlightening television. Welcome.
Time for Spirit Talk Live with the Divine Medium, Christina Watt. Live from the DivineMedium.com.
Connect direct. In North America, dial 888-454-2751. In London, 20-3519-2158. In Sydney, dial 02-8488-3147. Or online, contact us through our Facebook page, facebook.com/psychic radio.
Or one of our websites.
AskOneRadio.com or Moonstruck.com.
Alrighty, get ready. I'm going to sing it to you. You are live now.
Hi guys, welcome to Spirit Talk Live. I'm so excited to have you guys all here. My name is Christina Watts. I'm known as the Divine Medium. If you guys don't know me and you're new, what we do on this show is we talk about spiritual stuff, and I am a type of teacher in heaven, and I came to Earth in 2009 to kind of give the knowledge that I know from heaven. And I got a lot of followers on Facebook right now that are watching live. So if you are on Facebook, you can join Christina K, C-A-Y, Watts, live on Facebook, and throw me some of your questions there, and we'll, after this show off iHeart Radio and iHeart 1 and Moonstruck TV, we are going to go and continue live on Facebook for a little bit and finish off these questions. Now, our first question of the night is from Johanna Carrion. She asks, when we daze out, quote unquote, like we are eating, and just stop and stare, that someone has to say, hello, Earth to Johanna, why does this happen? Well, sometimes our soul tends to go off, kind of like when you're sleeping, your body is in relax mode and it's sleeping, and your soul's off doing all kinds of things. So you don't have to necessarily wait around for the body to wake up. So your soul's off doing stuff. So sometimes this happens when you're in your waking state and you're driving, and all of a sudden you get from one point to another and you're like, how the heck did I get here? So it works the same exact way. Okay, next one's from Ray Lukács. I'm hoping I'm saying that name right. Since planets don't really move backwards in their orbits, why is everyone blaming their problems on retrograde? Okay, so I did a whole blog on my website, thedivinemedium.com, on retrograde, to kind of give people kind of a heads up, how's this work and what to expect. So if I told you that a train moving faster past a slower moving train, and the slower one appears to be moving backwards, but of course that is not at all true. They are both moving forward, but the slower train just appears like it's moving backwards. Retrograde planet works the same exact way. By essentially a faster moving planet is passing a slower moving planet, creating the illusion that a slower planet is moving backwards or retrograding, quote unquote. For this illusion to appear in this way, it takes a lot of energy to pull it off, okay? This isn't something that just whim, bam, bam, it happens. Energy that throws the alignment of energy in connection, bonding with spirit and physical, causes upon realms of all types, our physical, our spiritual, everything. So it takes a lot of work to pull this off, okay? If you look at a clock and it suddenly starts going backwards, you would think you're going cuckoo. A planet moving in retrograde motion is just like the clock. In doing so, the retrograde energy is asking you and asking your mind to kind of align and adjust to the temporary flux in the messages communicating with energy, okay? So when you see this kind of illusion happening, your mind kind of has to adjust to what's actually happening, okay? It's like putting the mind into another time zone. So just think of getting off a plane and you have jet lag and you're trying to adjust to a new time zone. It's the same kind of energy effect. Electronics get cattywampus, your emotions get cattywampus, and everything in space affects us. You can't go a day and think, oh, I'm just gonna keep living the same energy over and over again. It's not gonna happen. You know when you look at those weird puzzles and you have to kind of fixate your eyes on the puzzle and then it creates the picture past your eyes, you have to kind of fixate your eyes. Retrograde is kind of the same way. You kind of have to fixate your eyes to see the full picture, okay? Okay, our next question comes from Melissa Ream. What has been your favorite life so far? Well, that's a doozy. I've had many lives, and I'm probably going to say the Mary Magdalene life was probably one of my top favorites. Being president one time was kind of cool. I didn't like how my ending went, but it was actually kind of cool. I've had many lives with, like the fairyland and the mermaids. Those are kind of relaxing. It's kind of like a vacation away from Earth. So, but honestly, my top one would probably be Mary Magdalene. I really, really enjoyed that life. Okay, Melissa Ream again asks, you are a teacher in heaven. Can we know your name up there? Okay, so I am a teacher in heaven, and my name is obviously Mary, and that is my essence, my soul essence. But I'm also a warrior in heaven. I have many jobs in heaven, just like I have many jobs here. I sing, I'm a medium, I'm an artist. So you have many gifts here, you have many gifts in heaven. Okay, so my warrior essence name, essence if you will, because we don't really get hung up on names, we get hung up on energy feelings or our soul recognition. So we don't really get hung up on names and category. But if you were to call me a name, it would be Sahara, aka Zara, here on Earth, okay? Using Earth's language. I communicate with water creatures or races that use aquatica, like a nature of aquatica. And I also do with ridding and removing dark from beings that seek to, these beings that I deal with seek to plague and corrupt people and places. And I use a Jesus's blood angelic armor that I place over these areas and these people to kind of demolish what's going on around them, to kind of remove the energy, and I'm assisting and protecting the angels with it while I'm here. However, I am restricted by the body to kind of be free in the spirit sense to be able to do what I really can do in heaven. So I'm kind of a little bit restricted, so I do have to count on them for things. So, okay, next question. I don't want to skip anybody here. Mary Maltese Giuseppe. When do you think the Vatican became dark? It must not have started that way, right? Sad to say, Mary, yes. Its main goal was to kind of corrupt and control. I know that there was really good, amazing people that, you know, wanted to start this whole thing to enlighten and kind of be like peace workers, but then you have the other aspect of people that want to control it. When the second you start taking out books of the Bible, you no longer have something pure and with good intent, okay? Jessica Popish, what happens to another person's soul contract when someone who was to be a part of it commits suicide? Okay, so this is a really good question, Jessica, but nothing happens by chance. All these paths that are taken are documented, are planned out, are agreed upon, and consented. The biggest thing here is you want to finish out you want to do everything possible, as hard as it is here, to finish out your life. You do not want to waste the time and not finish it out, because if you finish it out too early, then you're not getting the full effect of learning. There's a difference between reading a book and actually jumping into the story and living it out. You have to live it out. You can't just vicariously read about it. Okay, so I want to kind of use an example for this. I have my notes here. I'm kind of keeping my my ADHD in control today. But so a son wants to be with his mother. His mother dies. He is overstricken with grief and he just wants to be with her. So he commits suicide. The son does get to see his mother. God is so great and loving in his ways that he understands the hardships of being here on earth. And the son will have to learn how to forgive himself for leaving too soon, because coming to earth is a gift of learning, and you don't want to waste that gift. You don't want to let it be in vain. So you must try everything you can to stay as long as you can. Karma has to be balanced in order for a soul to fully learn from the experience and the perspective of the experience, okay? So karma will get balanced out with that. Okay, question, do dead people ever lie? This is interesting. No, they do not. They have no reason to. They're in heaven, they're all knowing. So communication is all telepathic. So if it's all telepathic, everybody kind of knows what everybody's thinking. So there's no sense in lying, and there's no sense in lying to me because I communicate telepathically. And I not only communicate telepathically, I feel everything that the soul's going through as well. So you can't kind of hide that from me. So there's no gain in them lying to me, to any other spirits in heaven. Everybody kind of just knows what's going on. So who picked our guides out to be our guides? This comes from Melissa Ream. Melissa gives a lot of questions and I love them. So she asks who picked our guides. We picked our guides. Our soul came up with the soul contract that we wanted to learn from. It's, again, like a big buffet of learning, and we decide what we want to learn from, who we want to learn from. The people in our lives typically do tend to come and repeat lives with us. It's our soul family that come in. So let's say, for example, your dad was your brother at one time. In this life, he decided to be your dad. So everybody has their role to play. But yes, you pick your guides, and you usually pick your guides based off of how you trust them, or what maybe you want to learn from them, or maybe what they want to learn from you. Because I think a lot of people think that guides aren't learning while they're doing this with you, and they truly are. They're learning themselves. My guide Maria is constantly learning things from me, especially because I'm stubborn. So she definitely learns from me and how to handle me, and Yvonne over there can detest to that. So yes, you pick your own guides out. Melissa Ream, again, is our soul made with spiritual gifts, or do we get enlightened and come into something? Okay, here's what I'm going to tell you on that. I think a lot of people think that they don't have gifts, or they think that they have to be a psychic, medium, empath, spiritualist to have these amazing gifts and be popular. And I think a lot of that has to do with the ego. Because when you look internally and you really take hold of what your gifts are, they're very interesting to you. So with Melissa Ream, I would say she is a protector and a listener. And her gifts are special to her. And just because they're not a psychic medium doesn't mean they're not important, because everyone's gifts that they decided to come in with are important, no matter how minuscule somebody else might look at it. There are some, you have to be born with the gifts of communication to spirit. Now, everybody can hear their guides. It's training yourself to listen better. Now, listening to spirit like how I do it every day is a little different, and that is something you're born with. You can't just train for it. That's not something you can get trained. Now, one of my energies that I came in with in 2009 was to help those that have gifts feel their gifts, understand their gifts, and better use their gifts. That is one of the energies I bring in. I am here to kind of pull that energy out of them so that they can understand and take hold of their gifts better than what they would have had before. And just being around me and listening to the teachings is going to help them do this. So yes, in a way, if you enlighten in your own gift, but you have to be born with them. You can't sit there and say, oh, I wish I could be a medium. I'm going to tell you right now, you do not wish to be this. This is very difficult. You have a lot of responsibility. I think people that willy-nilly think that they can just do this are going to really have to face themselves when they pass and face their life review, because if this wasn't a gift in the first place and they're pushing it on themselves, they can really mess somebody's life up. So I have a lot of responsibility. And if I don't listen to my guides on what I'm supposed to be saying, I can get myself in trouble. I will be the one in trouble, not the person that's listening to me. So I take great responsibility on what I do, what I say, because it could hurt somebody if I am not careful. I have to listen to what my guides are telling me. And I don't just answer willy-nilly. And I think that's what a lot of people expect me to do, is just whiff off some answers. And I don't do that. I like to sit calmly, listen quietly to my guides. It might take 5 minutes, it might take 10 minutes, it might take 2 minutes. Just depends on the person's energy, but I don't like to just flat out give answers, because they're not my answers to give in the first place. I am just a telephone in a way to give the answers. Okay, Melissa Ream, why is dark so heavy on some souls? Okay, dark, God allowed dark to be here on earth because this is a learning area where there's a yin and yang energy going on. There's two sides of every story. There's two angles to every learning. So you can't enjoy joy and peace and love unless you experience some darker sides. How can you really appreciate love and peace and happy joy unless you've gone through hard times to really appreciate it? Like when somebody gets really, really sick, they really appreciate health after they've gotten sick, and then they get well and they really are grateful and appreciative that they got to see that side so that they can better appreciate being healthy again. Without dark, we cannot appreciate the joys that earth has to offer us. Okay, so it's very, very important. God allows dark to teach us these good and bad aspects so that we can better appreciate it. Okay. Okay, next question is Cynthia Fleming. What does it mean when you have the same dream over and over again, and each time it goes a little further than before? Well, Cynthia, you kind of actually answered your own question without even knowing it. When you said here about each time it goes a little further, well, that's the whole point. The dream is slowly giving you a message. And each time you go into it, you're discovering more and you're learning more. And that's the whole point of a dream repeating. And until you get the message, the dream won't repeat. So let me give you an example. Christina, the person that was in this vessel before, she had dreams way back in probably 2000 and about wearing a uniform, a police uniform that wasn't of Johnstown where she lives. The uniform was black, and the uniforms here are kind of like a navy color. And she kept having dreams that she sees a rape happen. She chases after the guy, and she calls in everything. So it's not like her not to call in, and she didn't call in. And long story short, she gets shot through her chest, and she doesn't get discovered for 2 weeks. Her body lays there for 2 weeks because it's in like near an abandoned warehouse. So after the accident, those dreams stopped when I came because it stopped that path in its tracks. I did not become the police officer, even though I still had that energy and that drive to become a police officer, because she was still on this path with me when I decided to come in and she decided to leave. It's what's called a walk-in. And I know a lot of people don't understand this, but a walk-in just basically agrees to walk in when the soul that's occupying the vessel no longer wants to live out that life. So instead of committing suicide or anything like that and savoring the vessel, the walk-in comes in and agrees to take on the life. However, the biggest thing with walk-ins is they're drastically different personalities going on. And I mean, there might be some similarities in maybe gestures or facial expressions or maybe the way they talk, but the likes and dislikes and the drive, like she was very depressed, and I have a drive to do things and get out and go places, and she's a homebody. So I do struggle with that on occasion, where she's fighting me and doesn't want to go anywhere, and I'm stuck in the house and I really kind of want to go out and do something. So thanks, David. I know it's sad, I gotta struggle with that, but you know, it is what it is. Okay, so Cynthia, just to kind of sum up your question, yes, dreams will repeat themselves, and they are very important when they do repeat themselves, because there is a message there. And the message to Christina was that it was like a heads up that that path won't happen, that she'll be taken across and I would take over. And the dream stopped, obviously, after that. And the uniform, go figure, was the OPD, the Orlando Police Department uniform when she moved to Florida 9 years later. Or wait, I should say 5 years later, but yeah. Okay, Strawberry followed up with why do some not dream or can't recall their dreams. This usually happens when a soul is doing so much work in their dream state that they don't, it's too much to contain and remember. Now, there is certain crystals that you can have around you that will help you recall dreams, but it's not going to be in like an overload like most people. And that might be because your soul is kind of tapering into learning, so it's taking its time with its learning, so it's gradually taking bits here and there back with it. Now, you might not think you're recalling things, but your soul is, and that's all that matters, basically, in the end of it. And Angela Black had asked the same thing, so I hope Angela Black and Strawberry gets their answer with that. So, okay, we are 7 minutes in, or 7 minutes left to go. Okay, so Heather Chose, why do some crystals crack, not break, but crack on the inside around a person? This has to do with their energy. Your energy corresponds with a crystal. For example, I have an angelite that's very baby blue, and when I have it in a window, it's absorbing, it's changing its energy to protect the house, so it tends to come off like a light gray, and it's no longer baby blue anymore. So it's kind of sad to see that baby blue go away because it's so beautiful, and then it gets this like dingy look to it, but at least I know it's doing its job. So crystals do, I'm sorry, my nose is so itchy, crystals do change their molecular structure based off who and what is around them. Like sometimes even a selenite you'll see will go even like, maybe there's clear parts to a selenite, and all of a sudden you'll see it go just bright white, and there's no clear anymore to it. Okay, it's almost like it filled itself up with more selenite. Okay, Tabitha Ray, what are some reasons people are not ready to hear their guides? A lot of the times it is because they are not ready to change things in their life that their spirit guides want to show them. So they're kind of stubborn, or they're comfortable and they don't want to. I think everybody is listening to their guides. They just don't want to admit to what their guides have them doing. So yeah, they don't want to move their feet, and their guides are telling go, 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 do, do, do. So, okay. Let's see. Michelle Atkins, are you able to call someone into your dreams alive or past? Actually, yes, you can. If you're feeling like you miss somebody, most of the time when you dream about a loved one, it is actually them. They are visiting you. So take this time to talk to them, to get to know them in their spirit form. And when it's somebody living, this usually happens when they're going through something and they're calling to your soul for help. Now, a lot of people are going to say, well, why would I do that with an ex-boyfriend? Well, just because he's an ex-boyfriend here doesn't mean he's an ex-boyfriend soul-wise. So his soul may be calling to you for some kind of help with some learning that he's still doing here. And you might not remember everything that's said or everything you're experiencing with that soul. That's not the case. The soul knows what's learned, and the soul knows what to listen to. When it comes back to the physical, that's a whole different issue. I think a lot of people think that the soul and vessel are one, but they're really not. It's two separate entities. Like when I talk to ICU patients, I'm talking to the soul, and the body's just laying there in dreamland. Like the body's sleeping, and I'm talking to the soul that's in the dreamland soul state of deciding to stay or go. So it's the same effect, okay? It's just I'm able to talk to them in that state of mind. Whereas your soul, like you might be calling the ex in. You might think you're having dreams of them and they're doing it to you, but it's actually sometimes you're doing it to them because maybe there's some unfinished business that you need to clear up, and maybe you didn't learn what you were meant to learn. So you're asking them to come and kind of show you something. Okay. Next, Lisa Jones Veritek. What does it mean when you felt like a drop of rain fall on your arm and then go to touch it and nothing's wet? This followed by Heidi Adahide saying this happens to her a lot, but as a vibration, she thinks it's her phone, but isn't. This is spirit touching you. Sometimes it might feel like something wet dropped on you. It might feel like a bug is crawling on you. It might feel like little needle points, tapping into your skin. I know Maria, when she wants to talk to me or makes me pay attention to something, she'll do like little needle points on my shoulder blade. and sometimes it'll really, really itch. Now, Yvonne gets a lot of itching on her back. So, and that's her guides talking, or she gets like jabs in her shoulders, and that's just spirit talking to her. But it's based off of your guide and your loved ones around you, how they specifically communicate with you. They could be using tapping, they could be using poking, wet drops, bugs, anything. They will use anything to communicate with you. So just be open-minded and go, okay, that was spirit. Oh, hi, I acknowledge you. Is there something you want to tell me? Can you tell it to my mind and help me pay attention to the message? So, with that said, that was our last question of the night, and tonight has been so fun, and I hope you guys continue to watch on Facebook Live on my page and the Divine Medium page, and continue watching. Guys, join YouTube. We are doing a lot of fun stuff with YouTube now. I'm doing these really cool charmed readings where I'm doing intuitive charm readings, and you can check those out. They're really fun. So join the YouTube channel, The Divine Medium Christina K, and I am looking forward to next week. We are going to talk about the Knights Templar next week. Me and Yvonne are going to sit side by side, and we're going to talk Knights Templar. Very, very cool, and I hope you guys join in at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time next Wednesday for that. It's going to be so fun. Thank you guys for joining.
Your show is such a groovy way to start the night. I was just like, so much was going on right before you connected, but then you connected, and it was like, suddenly the focus is on you and everything is groovy. Good job, young lady.
Thank
That was
you.
awesome. All right, have a wonderful week. We'll
You
do it again
too.
in 7 days.
Okay, thank you, honey.
Okay, bye.
I just love him. I love his energy. I can't take it. He's so awesome. Okay. Now, I have to keep this Skype in my dock. Keep in my dock. Okay, sweet. So I can X this out then. Okay. All right, guys, how'd you like the show? Did you guys like the show? I love his voice, Nancy. He's so great. He's awesome. My nose won't stop itching. I kept itching it on the TV. I kept going, oh my God, stop making my nose itch. It was a lot of really different questions I liked tonight. That was really different. So are you excited about the Knights Templar?
I'll let you know.
Did you figure out what questions you were gonna ask? I was a little busy today. Damn.
So I didn't even get into the book yet.
Oh boy. Yvonne's gonna ask me all kinds of questions. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be hysterical. We're gonna have so much fun. My voice sounds low today. I don't know. Long story short, I had a really bad reaction to my face and my eye. That's why it's been leaking. You guys can't tell. It was really bad. Like, I couldn't open this eye for like close to 4 days. And Justin's been having some allergic reaction. I had to take him to the ER the other day, and I'm thinking I'm probably going to have to do that in probably about 10 minutes. So, yeah, I'm excited for that show. The Knights Templar is going to be super fun. It's going to be amazing. You don't look enthusiastic, Ivani, at all. My nose won't stop. For God's sakes, Maxie. Look at Max. He's sleeping in my seat. Maxie, what you do? Are you sleepy? What's the matter, Papa Lou? You tired? Maxie. Mommy loves you. Look how cute he is. I can't take his little face. Oh my goodness. Okay. Is it okay to ask who was Maria in my life? Maria was Mother Mary to me. Maria, Mother Mary, Ave Maria. There is a lot of angels around me, but I don't think that's what it is. I think it might be my allergic crap that's going on with my face. So, no, I think honestly, I think it's because I haven't worn makeup in 4 days, and now I have makeup on my face, and it's like really, I just want to gouge my face. So, I know, I look like Rudolph right now. So, did everybody test out the YouTube charmed reading we posted? Did you guys go check that out? Angela, we'll discuss all that next week. Stupid allergies. Can't get this in. I wonder why. There it goes. Holy crap, my eyeball. Thank you, Michelle. I don't feel gorge. I feel itchy. No, I don't use Unique. My makeup's kind of expensive. I have to do that because of the fact that I break out pretty easy if I don't. Oh, I'm glad you guys watched it. No, I don't sell my charms, Lori. Those are my charms that I picked out specifically for my own personal collection. Okay, Brenda. Yeah, subscribe to the YouTube channel and then do the little bell, and anytime we do a charm reading, you guys will get a notification of when we do it. You are welcome, Chris. Thank you for joining. Ray, that's more of a personal question. That's why I don't do personal questions on the radio. Thank you, Melissa. I'm glad they like the charm reading. I was thinking of doing another one. I can't wait. I'm excited. I want to do another one. Oh my God, Max. I can't take it. His little freaking itty bitty face is so cute. Oh, this is a peach moonstone that I have. Justin, Maria just said Justin's sleeping. He did take 2 Benadryl, but he's gonna wake up, and I'm gonna have to take him over at 3 in the morning again.
I just wait him up and take him. Yeah, I just wait him up and take
him. My elephant in the background. Yeah, he's pretty cool. He's like my little Buddha guy. He's just for peace and calm, strength. Oh, awesome, Lori. Thank you. I'm glad you guys are liking the charmed reading. Ugh. Moonstone is a very feminine stone, and it helps with new ideas, concentration, focus. Lacey, I'm not booking readings right now because things with the TV show are kind of up in the air. We don't know what's going to happen because the second I get a call that we start filming, I have to shut down everything and just go. So we're not scheduling anybody due to that. However, like there's days where I'll come in the shop and I'll go, man, I wish I was doing a reading today. So I'll throw up a post and say, hey, I got 3 slots. Let me know which 3 people, the first 3 people that respond get the reading today. And that's how we're going to be doing them. Oh my God, my nose won't stop. Yes, the black moon tonight, I would tell you guys, you know the meditation we did on Sunday? You guys know the meditation we did on Sunday? You guys, if you scroll, you can find that live feed on my page. If you scroll on my wall, I would do that meditation, and if you can, I would go outside, do some sage, and put the headphones in and do those 2 meditations. I think you are really going to connect with the energy tonight by doing that. That was the whole point of why I did that, was so you guys can use these days to kind of use that meditation or those meditations to connect to these energies. So I didn't do it just for Sunday. I did it so you guys can do it throughout the month with the different energies coming in. Aww. You have to bring her in to see me, Whitney. I'd like to meet her. D, no. The live feeds will probably just take a whole other meaning to themselves. No, I'll probably be on set doing lives with you guys and everything. No, that won't stop. Brenda, if you don't have sage, just get your favorite crystals out and just do it that way. You don't really have to sage. That's just something that most people do when there's a full moon. I can't take it. I look like Rudolph. Hi, Victoria. I definitely want to do something with my essential oils for allergies and hiccups. Just wants me to do something for huh? I know, but there's got to be something you can put on your face for allergies that is holistic essential oil. You know what I mean? Ugh. Yeah, mine's the cats. Problem with the cats now. Sorry, I look like Rudolph because of my allergies, so. Oh yeah, you can use the sage spray. Yeah, the sage smudging spray. Yeah, is perfect for tonight. Tiffany, no. I just wouldn't put a clear quartz in bed with you unless you really want to dream or you are restless at night. That might be keeping you up. So rose quartz, amethyst. I actually have a video on YouTube on which crystals. I don't think I have clear quartz because clear quartz kind of amplifies energy. So I'm gonna have to recheck that video, but I don't think I have clear quartz. It's more selenite, rose quartz, angelite, amethyst, those kind of crystals. I do have the oils for headaches and sleep, Rose. They're on the website, crystalcovespa.com, and they really work. The headache one is called Aches and Pains, migraines, and if you just put it on your temple, it does work. Put it here, and then take a glass of water, put a tumbled amethyst in water, wait 10 minutes and drink the water. You should be good. And I have a roll-on for sleep too. It has an amazing smell to it. It's so nice. The smudging spray also, you can spray on your linens and it helps with sleep. My nose. It's something that you're doing while you're sleeping, Brenda, with a dream, and it's most likely absorbing that energy as it's coming through. So if you just lay it on your side table, it should back off that energy. Actually, Jen, amethyst for insomnia. Put it in your pillowcase, put it in water, drink the water. I do have smoky quartz in the shop, yes. We have different kinds. We have points, we have spheres, we have raw, we have tumbled, we have hearts, we have palms. So there's a lot of smoky quartz. Melissa, when we want something so bad in our daily life, it makes it harder for spirit to come through because we keep putting up this border of pushing. And it's not until you just let go and accept that she'll have an easier time to flow through. Now, she is visiting you, you just aren't remembering. And that's happening because you're wanting it so bad, you're putting this bubble up around you. If you just relax and just let energy just flow, it'll just happen and you'll remember. Jessica, I keep getting asked if we can make it in a bigger container. It's funny. I know, the itching of my nose is like, ugh. My shop is at 165 Village Street, Johnstown, PA. A lot of people think it's the shop from Practical Magic because it does look very similar. I do have goldstone. I have goldstone on me. There it is. And so you can get goldstone in the shop. So unique. Honey, you're gonna have to get with your doctor on that. I don't actually have anything in my shop right now for allergies. I will be working on something because allergies have hit me so bad since I moved here from Florida, and I'm not liking it. It's getting worse with every year. So I'm gonna come up with something for allergies. But until then, I would get with your doctor and see if they can't get you something. Martin, in a dream, if you're having a dream and you want to change the outcome, yeah, it's just talking with your soul. And I mean, because your soul is free to learn and grow and do things even in dream. It has free will to make decisions here and in dream. So don't think that you can't do things in your dream that you'd like to do. Were you waving at someone? Oh, I thought you were waving at somebody out the window. Like,
That's the case, then take a seat.
I was like, wait a minute, what's happening?
Please do. The questions
I'm not really discussing the shows right now. There's two in particular, and it's just, I don't know. How do I want to put this? There's one, there's one that I'm more excited about than the other. And honestly, I'm just taking it day by day. Whatever happens, happens. If the shows don't happen, whoop-de-doo, I don't really care. I think people get too like, ooh, TV. I could give a flying crap. I'm still gonna have my shop. I'm still gonna have Yvonne. I'm still gonna have Justin, Eden, and Maxie and the boys. That's my life. So if the shows come, it's just an additive, whatever. I do it. Sorry, Mercy. I can't help it. It's so itchy. No, Angela, the two shows, the one's with Ashley Cowie and the other one is just of me in the shop. And the one is more fun. I'll be traveling and getting to do fun things and places I've always wanted to go because I remember them, and I think it's more along the lines of going and remembering what I think I can remember. And the other one, I'm just at the shop. I'm staying at the shop, and I'm just, you know what I mean? It just, at the shop, it gets boring. I like to travel and go do all this fun stuff, so. Yeah, it is. It's like Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer had a very shiny nose. There used to be a show, I think it was called Crossing Over. I caught bits and pieces. Was that the Tabitha? John Edwards is very connected. I would look to him before I would like anybody else. He's very gifted. He actually reads the same way I do, because I can tell what he's doing when he's reading. Unless you're a reader like him and I, you're not going to understand or click what I'm talking about. I know it's going to be a little hard, but when I'm watching him, I'm like, oh, I know what he's doing. So, yeah. So, yeah. So, I hope you guys really enjoyed the show, and we're going to be live Friday with the Crystal Extravaganza jewelry sale, and these are marked down already, so you guys are getting the best prices. And oh my god, I can't tell you how I had to take some pieces for myself. These pieces are stunning. I can't believe that I was even able to get these pieces. But word on the street is that this world is still waiting for you to write your book. So I am working with somebody on that book, but I also have a kids book in the works with an oracle deck to match for the kids and an adult oracle deck to match with that book. It's like this whole thing, and it's so fun. I'm having fun doing the kids book. I found this like amazing artist. She's so fun, and we're coming up with like ideas, and it's going to be the very first kind of metaphysical book for kids. And I got her information from a girl that just did a Wiccan book or a pagan book for kids that's never been done, and it's so freaking cute. Like the art on it was so adorable, and I was like, I want this artist. And she's so cute. She's got these little, you know, Leia little pom-poms on her head, and they're like Stardust. I have to share a picture of her book. Her book is like amazing. I told her I want her to come to the shop and do signing because her book is so freaking cute. I can't take it. But I'm loving these new books that are coming out for kids, and I want to be a part of it, and I can't wait to get this book out. Stacy, yeah, because I automatic write and I automatic type. That's actually how I do my readings. I automatic type everything out, and you have it, and you can print it out and keep it. So hi, Darcy. We're doing it at 6 p.m. on Friday. Paula, I would use amethyst for any breaks, pains, anything like that. Amethyst and clear quartz together are going to be huge amplifiers in your healing. That's it, guys. Hi, Maxie. What you looking at, Mama? What you looking at, Mama? You guys have to see him. He's just so adorable. Look at him. Looking at Mama's. What you doing, Matty? You sitting on Mommy's seat. What you doing, Papa Lou? Mommy loves you. My little cutie patootie. He did not want to be upstairs with Justin. He wanted to be down here with me and Yvonne. Chris Ann, concussions are the worst. I had to wear glasses after the accident, like sunglasses. I couldn't be on my computer, my phone. The TV really gave me headaches, and this lasted for a good while. I wonder how many months? 3, 4? 4? Okay, so about 4 months. I still, now, even today, if I'm watching too much TV or I'm on my phone way too much, I start getting a headache. It just takes time, and I definitely had like a lot of crystals in my house to help, and yeah, it takes time. You got to take it slow. Tabitha, I do sometimes write backwards. That is the Hebrew part of me. I don't know when I'm doing it, I mean, if I'm doing it and you guys are noticing, then it just happens. I just don't know I'm doing it. So, Manishma, how are you, Tabitha? I don't do personal readings on these shows, Jason and Courtney Nix. So that would be a reading, and if you see a post about a reading, I would get the reading. Keep on. Ray's asking what president I was. Because this is going to be that one episode that Ashley Cowie wants to do. Yeah. I can't say just yet because, well, no, because I don't even know if I'd even tell him. Do you think I would tell him? You think I should tell him? No?
Well, because you don't know what you're
Yeah. All right. Okay, I'll tell you guys when we have a better idea on the shows. Because it kind of correlates with the shows that I'm doing with Ashley Cowie, so. No, it's not JFK. But I did have a long talk with him. Yeah, he's a very interesting man. Best pain crystal is going to be amethyst. It's apparently dander, and I'm sitting on the floor where all the animals lay, so that might be why I'm getting worse, so. Jessica, you and your guesses. Wow. Oh, man. So, that's about it, guys. I don't really have anything else, unless you guys have a question for me. But I am going to get off this floor because it's driving me crazy. Good guess, Jessica. Ha 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 ha. Oh, man. Broken heart, I would go to the lepidolite. It helps with trauma, relationships, breaking up, that kind of thing. Best crystal for sleep, again, is amethyst. Motivation, I would go fluorite, carnelian, sunstone, something that has energy. Yeah, I can't lie, Jessica. Still following me in this life. Melissa, you can go to the website, crystalcovespa.com, and what I usually tell people is go to the crystal tab and scroll through the crystals, and whatever jumps out at you, click it, read about it, and you'll see that it's like 99% of the time exactly what you're going through. So those are the crystals that are jumping out to you because they want to assist you. So that's what I usually tell people when they don't really know where to start. And we have them in different sizes, so you don't really have to get them tumbled. But I would say if you're a beginner, I would start out with tumbled. I wouldn't go to like something like this because it's going to push out energy, and you want to kind of test out the crystals before you go head honcho on it, okay? You want to kind of adjust your energy to them first before you start introducing big crystals to yourself. Katie Dell, no, I'm sorry, I don't. Jen Horner came to my shop. She went to high school with me. She was trying to help me remember some stuff, but when I came in 2009, I only had a certain amount of memories attached. It's kind of like the essential things, like the daughter's Eden, her birthday's this, her social security's this, her dad's name is this, he was captain of Richland Police Department, he's a U.S. Marshal now. So it's like the essential data, but nothing from like childhood or anything like that needed to be maintained because it didn't have any importance in the current life handling. I did get really confused like after the accident when I moved back here. Somebody approached me in a restaurant. I can't remember who it is now, but anyway, they approached me and they're like, Christina, and I'm like, And here it was like somebody she grew up with, and no data. There's no information. I look like an idiot. And I kind of had to say, you know, I had this accident. I don't really have a whole lot of memory. Sorry. And that was it. I mean, might as well just be truthful. I don't have a memory of it. Maxie, are you having trouble finding comfort? Or did you just want to be closer to me and look at me? You guys have to see this. This is hysterical. Maxie, show everybody. What are you doing? Are you getting closer to me? He's a cutie patootie. Look at him. I can't take it. So cute. Oh. Maxie just wants to be close to Mama. Oh, okay. Okay. Oh, the website's crystalcovespa.com. crystalcovespa.com. James. Hi, Christina K. Watts, first time watcher. Miss Farah introduced me to your work. I have gifts but don't fully understand them. As soon as I started watching your feed, I felt dizzy and my energy changed. What does that mean? James, it just means I'm a teacher, and like I said earlier on the radio show, part of my energy is to help others with their gifts, push out their energy of their gifts so that they can understand them better, learn from them better, learn how to control them better, how to protect them better, things like that. So it might be that. That's what I can chalk it up to. I don't have a size chart, basically because all the crystals are different, but when you're buying tumbled, it's going to say tumbled. A palm stone, I don't think I have any palm stones here. A palm stone is basically like as big as your palm. And then we have these round ones that are called worry stones. And then we have the touch stones that are like 2 of those, and they're oval and they're slightly bigger. And then we have points, and we have ones like this, you know what I mean? We have point pieces, and mainly our tumble pieces are slightly smaller than this. It's probably about that there. They do fit in your palm, so they are a big size. They're not these chintzy little pieces you're gonna find in most metaphysical shops. I get the crystals big and hearty, like tiny meatballs, so that you guys get enough energy out of them. Those chintzy little ones are more for grids, and you don't get a whole lot of energy out of them unless they're in a group setting. So, rose for alcoholics, it would be, again, amethyst. Amethyst is like your go-to for everything. Sleep, insomnia, addictions, migraines, headaches, health, wellness, healing. Thank you, Stephanie Shook. Yeah, I try to get the best tumble pieces. You're welcome, Rose. Kateri, I hope I'm not messing up your name. Okay, why do bad things happen to good people? Or why do bad things happen after things are going good? This is part of learning. You would not be here wasting your time unless you're learning from the yin and yang. Like I said on the radio show, there's a yin and yang. You can't enjoy joy, peace, and love unless you go through the negative parts, the bad parts of life. There's no sense of even being here unless you learn from both aspects. You can't appreciate health unless you're sick at some point. Okay, Tabitha. They are for sale on the site. There is amethyst, and there's ones you can put in your bra, the little flat pieces. I don't think we have palm ones. Or do we? We might have palm ones. Dolly, we actually do a pregnancy package and I have had great results from people with the package. It is like a crystal pregnancy pouch, and there's a certain energy I put into the pouch for that person with that kind of pouch near them. The jewelry spree is going to be so much fun. How excited are you? It's gonna be fun. Yvonne picked some pieces out too that she wanted. I wanna wear the earrings so bad. Like, I have 2 baskets full of earrings, guys, and I wanna wear them and I can't. They make my ears itch. Exactly, Tabitha. You have to endure the storms to appreciate the rainbow. Exactly. And guys, these prices are actually marked down. Like, they're already marked down. So you guys are getting like the best prices. Retrograde is almost over. I know a lot of people are like, oh, it ends tonight or tomorrow. No, it's going to go until the first week of August. That's when it's really going to die down, and you're really going to feel the effects of feeling much, much better. Negative energy, Kateri, I would say black tourmaline. It's very protective against negativity. You're welcome, Kate Dell. I don't know if you go by Kate or Kat. Yes, chronic pain is anything that's going on in your life is documented. Anything, every person you meet, every event that happens, every choice you make is in the soul contract. It is documented in there. And what I usually tell people is, if you're not happy, change it. You can change your soul contract. It's already in there to change it anyway. Oh, definitely, Tabitha. Yeah, Venus in retrograde right now is all about creating new ideas, new paths. Yeah, I'm ready for retrograde to be over too. I really am. Cat like cat. Oh, okay, cool. So cat. All right, I love it. That's easy to remember. Well, guys, I'm gonna go check on Justin, and I'm gonna do something with my Rudolph nose. I need to get off this floor. Is what I need to do. When it comes to illnesses and pain, things like that, guys, it's in your mind. So if you will make it worse or better within your mind. I've seen people that had cancer not have cancer just simply by what they do with their mind. Your mind is so extremely powerful, you have no idea. Thank you, guys. Tabitha, redo them. Use the energy while you can before it dies down. You guys have been great. I'm so glad that you guys stayed for the show. And next week, remember, guys, we're going to be talking Knights Templar. Yay! It's going to be so exciting. I'm so excited. I can't wait. These are the kind of things I want to be talking about. Oak Island, Knights Templar, Stonehenge, everything. I want to talk about these things. So I want to tell you guys what I know about these places. You guys have no clue. It's gonna be great. So, all right, I love you guys. You have a good night. Bye.